Wait. Never mind.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of
Dirty Talk.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Essie Love, a.k.a. Tornado Head. Some keep your head.
Spinning.
That part. Spinning. And I got my girl with me all the way out in San Diego.
In sunny San Diego, it's your girl Carlucci. You know you can talk to me about your coochie or whatever else you have on your mind. What's good, Essie?
What's good? A whole lot is good today, girl. I was playing around earlier, and I got my little dominatrix look on. I don't know what I did with the whip, but it's here somewhere. Oh, there. But it's Sagittarius season. What? Uh-oh. So I came to, dominate the screen, the show, everything.
Literally kicking ass and taking names.
Yep, that part. We gonna find out who's been naughty or nice, and there's a lot been naughty.
All right.
So I'm coming with it. Let's go. And you, Miss Thing, what's going on in beautiful San Diego?
Well, for us, it's I always say being healthy is a lifestyle. It's not just a seasonal thing. So I want to talk to you guys about our New Year's resolutions are supposed to be coming up. Are they something? Are they a thing? Or should you just have a lifestyle type situation? I want to get into the whole Sagittarius season. You guys are in your last little bit. So I want to get that before we get over to evil ass Capricorn. Don't hate Capricorns. You evil AF. And yeah, we got some celebrity news. We have a really interesting guest tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess on that note, I'm ready to get into it. This is Dirty Talk. Welcome to Dirty Talk, where we talk to the bold.
Let's bring them in. You say less. Say less. Amen.
We're ready for the story to unfold.
Oh, okay. He's coming on the line. So, hey, there he is. Hello. Can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you. Hello.
I'm so happy to have you here with us tonight.
Thank you.
I've been waiting forever to dig into you a little bit, watching the videos and getting me all riled up. I said, man, this man has to be on the show for sure.
No doubt. Yeah, I appreciate you having me, man. For real.
Yes. It's been So I call you a Don Nasty.
That's a remix of my name, huh?
Yeah.
I like that though. I like that.
That's the Essie Love remix. And another one.
But you can go ahead and introduce yourself how you like, tell the people who you are, and a little bit about what you do, and then we're gonna ask you some questions.
All right. I go by Body of Adonis. I'm an erotic author, and a sensual dominant. People call me Adonis for short, or Boa. I have fun. I go in a little bit, but that's what I do. I write erotic short stories, and I read it at events. I have an event called the Boa Experience every third Friday of the month. This month, my sister has an all-girls Boa experience called Boa's Playpen at the Red Room here in Dallas, and that's this Friday. So my show will be back in January for the Sexy Black Dress Soiree, where I'll be reading and performing and doing, that I have other poets that read as well. So it's a whole vibe,
I love that. And being in Sin City and all, you would think that we have something of that nature here, but we are so lacking. So anytime you're ready to come to the green door, we are ready.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking to expand. There's a lot of room for what I do. So I'm looking to definitely take this on the road in 2023. So that's actually already in the works. So
let me tell you right now, you'll have us sold up out here. Go ahead, Carlucci.
Well, you guys have to tell people like me who don't know what erotic poetry consists of. What does that mean?
Well, I don't do erotic poetry. I do short stories. So I take characters and I write stories, and I read it like a story. And my the
Okay.
people that come to my show, they kind of sit around and all gather around for adult story time. And my stories are so vivid and and graphic that the people latch on to the stories and really get into it when I'm reading it live, especially with the way I read, how I present it. And
So are
it's
we talking
fun.
like Fabio stories, like on steroids or something?
Um, they're not. It's not necessarily romance, like a romance fantasy type like that. It's erotic fantasy. There's all kind of different stories, different scenarios. Like I got one story, one short called Unchartable. That's a natural disaster story turned into a, with an erotic twist. I wrote a short called Room Service. That's someone's fantasy about having sex at work.
That one right there.
Working in a higher end hotel. A female
Yeah.
friend. Yeah, room service. Oh, you read Room Service?
Yes, and I was the
Yeah,
one.
room service was
Okay,
hot.
so I mean, can you give us like a snippet? Can you give us like a little window? Like it doesn't have to be a full reading, but can you give us like a little something something? Can you give us a little the je ne sais quoi?
It's like
Yeah, I actually got a
fantasy
copy. I
world,
got a.
girl. It's like, and then the attendant looked at me and I looked at her and I knew right away she'd be in my bed later. But I didn't go. Like oh shit, it's about to go down. The phone rings. I already know who it is. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna act like
it
I
plays
don't know
out,
who it is. But it's him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the way it plays out is pretty cool. But yeah, I like putting people in, my
This shit is
characters in all
real
these.
shit though, because I knew a guy that he was very handsome and he used to do Cox cable company. And he would go to women's houses and it's like they knew he was coming back or something like that, but they would come to the door like in the damn near nothing, like just inviting him, like, yes,
Yeah.
I need my cable fixed, but I need something else fixed first. So, yeah, like this shit can really go down.
That's hilarious.
Like I'm gonna have all the guys going out to be cable guys.
I think you just gave him his
Right.
next plot line.
I got two. I
look,
got
there
two
you
on
go.
deck that I'm getting ready to start. One of them, the storyline is so good. I think I'm gonna turn it into a full story. But they
Okay.
were ideas that were given to me like in two in the same day. I'm like, okay, they were really good plot lines. So like I said, one is going to be a short, and I think the other one is going to be a full story.
Okay, I'm excited. Now give me my little taster. I want to know. I want to hear. I want to see. I want to
y'all
know.
She was
Okay.
I want to
So
rub on my
I'm
titties.
reading right from the book. Let's see. Where should I start? Yeah, I'm gonna just read this paragraph. So this is from Unchartable. This is after the two were stuck in the elevator.
Make it juicy.
Huh?
Make
Well,
it juicy.
I'm gonna just read the section. All right. She got on her knees in front of me and grabbed my belt and began undoing it. I reached up her thighs and pulled her skirt up above her waist and palmed her soft ass. My belt came free and my suit pants were open. She sat up and took off her blouse, revealing a perfect set of breasts behind a sexy black bra. I tossed my suit jacket on the floor and undid the buttons on my dress shirt as I watched her sit back and pull her skirt and panties off, down her thighs onto the floor. She left her heels on as she stepped out of her skirt. I pulled my suit pants and boxers briefs off, finally offering me some relief as my dick was already throbbing and hard. So that's as they're about to get into the thick of things, as they're trapped in this elevator.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to turn my camera off now. I gotta go change my underwear. Bye.
It's just getting good.
The desired effect.
I pictured it. That's what I love about your short stories. Like it literally puts me in like the position of that person. Like, yep, I know exactly what's about to happen. Not exactly what is about to happen, but I know it's about to go down. You know?
Right. It's definitely about to go down.
Yeah. So I love that shit. Ooh. Sexy.
Where do you take your inspiration from? Like, how do you get your ideas for some of these stories? Are they like things that have happened to you, or are they just like pure imagination, or what?
Well, a lot of my earlier shorts were fantasies of mine or my experiences, because the book was already done, and I wanted to write samples. So I'm like, okay, with everything I've experienced, I could write a whole series of books on that. So I'm like, let me just take some of these things and my likes and interests, my kinks or fetishes, and then write shorts. But as I continued to write the shorts and started to perform them and everything at my show, I have this. There was a link on my page called "What's Your Fantasy," and people would submit their fantasies through my website, and that's where room service came from, and a couple other ones. And actually, my next one that I'm going to write before the two that the synopsis I was given is another person's fantasy. So they submitted their fantasies to me, and I turned them into a story. But there's only actually one true story in my book. It's called Preseason Fun. But after that, everything else is just fiction with just wild ass, storylines and really intricate and deep characters that experience these amazing, and sometimes like, life threatening situations. But the erotic aspect of it is super strong, depending on the situation that the characters find themselves in.
Ooh, I've got a.
Do you have a favorite character or a favorite short story that you've done so far? Like, do you have like, how certain, I don't know, artists have their favorite piece of work that they do? Do you have your favorite?
Yeah, my two favorite stories in the book are A Drunken Mistake and Island of Girls.
In an Island of Girls?
Yeah.
Oh shit! One mistake, goddamn.
Yeah, those are my two favorite. Island of Girls is actually the one that I'm trying to turn into a TV series. Because that story is crazy. That story is crazy. So I actually started I wrote the second chapter to it, because chapter one is in book one, because I'm getting ready to release another book, a series. Because I took my book and cut it in half, so this is the newer version of it. That's getting ready to go back on Amazon.
What's the full title of your book? And I was gonna ask you where can they find it, but I guess on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
What's the full title?
Well, it's Erotica, but it's not. This one isn't on. It's not on Amazon right now. It'll be on Amazon next month. But they can, anyone that wants to follow me, can go to Erotica, _erotica on Instagram.
Yes.
Or the website boerotica.com. And I'll announce on my social media when this version of the book will be available. But it has 5 shorts and 9 stories. It's just over 200 pages. It's about 250 pages. So it's a really good read. And like I said, all the first chapters of some of the stories that I have multiple chapters for are in that book. So book 2 will be the second chapter, because these stories are going to continue. And Island of Girls is going to continue probably into book 5 and 6, because it's such an extensive story, which is why I want to turn it into a TV series.
Okay.
So that's what I was going to ask you. Are you gonna do any adaptations?
What'd you say?
Are you going to do any adaptations for book to movie or book to film?
Oh, the Island of Girls will be the first one. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Island of Girls would definitely be the first one, because the storyline.
I want you to cast me. I want to be. I don't even know what the fucking story is about, but I just want to be on an Island of Girls.
Put her on there. It will go down. Put her on.
Yeah. So I give you a brief synopsis of it. But Island of Girls, a married couple and an intern are shipwrecked in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and they drift for a week in a skiff, and eventually, find this island. The island hasn't been touched by Western civilization at all. It's home to a primitive culture of women. Amazon. And what happens is, anytime a man stumbles upon the island, he's given 2 choices. He can either create the next generation of their culture, or he can be sacrificed to their volcano god, so they can pray for someone else to come and continue their survival. So
he wrote a book about only Snoo.
What'd you say?
He wrote a book about it. My
About
favorite
what?
episode of Futurama is the one where they go and there's like the Amazon women and like all of the men are like second class citizens and like all of the Amazonians are like men only for snoo like basically like y'all are only good for fucking and that's it. He wrote a whole
Yeah,
fucking book
so
about it.
yeah, so he makes the decision to kind of accept his fate because the world thinks he and his wife and the intern are dead. So and they have no contact with the outside world. So he kind of after the reality of his new life sets in, he kind of embraces his role in this culture because his other option is death. And his wife obviously doesn't want him to die, so she's like, "Do what you got to do because I don't want you, thrown in a volcano."
So she told him he could give us the G.
I want you to get to the mechanics.
Yes,
Go ahead,
yeah. So she says do what you got to do. So I think the initial run he impregnates like 60 women on the island. So
I wonder, did he ever get tired of sex?
That's some powerful snoo right there.
There's the island has special situations going on. So there's a root that grows on the island that they feed him, and it keeps him potent. It keeps him like on the next level of horniness and his
it was like some
level.
Extra ashwagandha.
What'd you
say?
Was
like some super extra ashwagandha.
Yeah. So he's like, he's a machine that he turns into a machine so he can fulfill his role. But it's a huge story. And it's going to continue, like I said, down the line. And I've already started the series outline, which is taking me forever because that's extensive in itself. And then I'm gonna break those down into 10 episodes, and then I'll start writing scripts after that.
Well, I know movie makers, so hey, let me know if you needed the script sent to someone.
Oh, for sure.
I know people.
For sure. I think it'll be a really dope concept.
Be careful
though,
man. She don't try to get a cut.
What'd you say? A finder's fee?
She'd be careful because she don't get her cut.
Yeah.
It's not good. I don't mind connecting people. So like my question is like, I mean, you just out there with your way of thinking. So what's your sign? Let me guess, are you Scorpio?
Close. I'm a Libra.
A Libra. We just
Yeah.
had this conversation earlier and we were trying to figure out like, we weren't figuring out. We said Scorpios were the bigger freaks. So that's just funny that you're a Libra.
My favorite Libra is Lil Wayne.
For real?
Right? I like Lil Wayne. I don't know.
He looks like a gremlin, but for some reason he has mad swagger.
You say he look like a gremlin.
What the hell?
That's
you know
funny.
the best
He
advisor.
He looks like the super bad, that one bad gremlin, the leader
Oh,
of the bad gremlin.
Yeah, the real evil one. Yeah.
The one with the spiky teeth, that's what Lil Wayne looks like.
That's so funny.
They say a best advisor for a Libra is a Sagittarius. So
oh yeah.
Yeah, we need some input. You come to me, holla at me, I'll give it to you, all right?
Sagittarius, huh? I've never tasted one of those.
You should get it.
We're the undercover freaks, so we like to stay, in the cuts, lay low a little bit. But
I feel that
he has these events that he throws once in a while, and I always see you whooping somebody's ass. Tell me, is this like, okay, it is a turn on. I mean, it's a turn on watching you do the shit. But like, is that
you give out spankings?
Yeah, I'm a Don.
I wish I could pull up the video right.
Very naughty. I've been very naughty. Very naughty.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming up. You gotta do all this naughty, nice shit. That's what I was just saying. You gotta find out who's naughty and nice. But
yeah.
Is this like something that a lot of women like? Because I feel like they be really getting off on that. Like that.
Yeah, it's
gotta be wet.
I'm discovering that it's way more popular and wanted than I thought initially when I came here and I started doing it because this is something I've done, for decades behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying?
Doors.
But to do it and be out with it and step into the role of being Adonis and then like when I read, I'm Adonis, but when I sing, I'm Dominus. That's what I go by when I do my Dominus work. So
Scary.
yeah, Dominus. So Adonis is my alter ego, and then Dominus is Adonis's alter ego. So it's like a progression, you know. But when I sing and I step into that role and that energy comes out of me, the women that I sing with, they feel it and they submit, you know, in their mind for those moments. And
they ever
it's a real turn on. I love it. I love causing, you know, pleasures on those levels that they experience. I've caused orgasms without even touching anything, you know, or doing anything. Just with my energy, with the way I touch the body and the way I worship the body and the tantric energy, you know, and then you know using my toys, like I've caused orgasms. And when I told that, like she's like, yeah, I came. I'm like, okay, I think I like this. It made it even more enjoyable for me knowing that I caused that much pleasure with that without even having to, you know, without any clitoral stimulation or penetration, being able to cause an orgasm just from energy and touch. That's powerful. You know what I'm saying? So I love that I have that power. You know, I always
sessions?
What'd you say?
Can you teach that? She said, "What is your profession?"
Yeah, when are your sessions so that people can check you out or go to them?
I do demonstrations at the end of my show. Like right after I read at my show at the Boy Experience, I turn the floor over, and then I'll do a scene. But I've been doing a lot of scenes at other people's events in between, you know, my event. I actually did 7 scenes at this event this past Saturday evening, and that's where some of the footage that's where the footage that I recently posted came from. And
I see. Do you have that? Can you show that to the people?
I do, but I don't want to mess anything up.
Yeah.
Last time she tried to share it, it messed up.
Well, I have a lot of stuff on my screen, and I know if I share my screen, like, is everything gonna bubble up? I don't need everything to bubble up.
No, we don't want it to
I gotta be ready. You know, I gotta be ready for that shit. I don't know what's on the whiteboard.
Ready. All right, I'll forgive you this time.
Yeah. So
what I put up, but yeah, he basically has like a bench, and the women lay over the bench, and he's like giving it to them, but like you're very sensual in how you do it, and that's like huge for a woman, because a lot of the men, they come off very aggressive, and you're not aggressive with it. I mean, you might get to that level that we don't see, but starting off, like, I just see you as being very sensual, and that's something that I think women don't get a lot of. And so when you do that, it's just like, wow, like he's like really just taking care of me, and I'm not the person that has to take care of, you know, him in this, because that's usually like what women do. Will like caress your head and, you know, your shoulders. Like nobody does that back to us just to turn us on for the
right. It gives women a chance to take off their capes and just submit and be catered to and be kind of put on that pedestal and worshiped. I do a lot of body worship and mixed into my downplay. So and then with the rhythmic movements of my hands and how I touch the body and how I affect the body in different spots. And then I pay attention too, because I watch how the woman responds to the different things I do. So when I see something or I touch her a certain way and she moves, like, okay, I kind of bookmark that spot because I know that's her spot, you know. And then
put your hands on me, I'll be like, oh no, leave me alone.
Yeah, and I kind of I target those spots because I take a note, like, okay, she flinched when I touched the lower back, and that spot, that certain movement with that circle, just barely with the tip of my fingertips or whatever, or my lips, or sometimes I brush my beard across the back, and that's like it's like, whoa, you know,
you did what? Well, yeah, you definitely got to come to Vegas and hello, like the tourists out here are just knowing you're coming in out here, like do what you got to do out there to like set the stage for here, because the minute they find out you're coming to town on Eventbrite or something, trust me, couples are gonna be like, let's go.
Yeah, I want to do that. I definitely want to do that, man. And
and you can teach lovers how to do that, like couples how to do that. I would love that.
Yeah, let's set it up. I'm ready to, because I feel like, you know, my show in January will be my 6th, and I feel like like at this point with everything that I've done, I'm ready to go ahead and expand, and I want to take it to another city. So I actually had a meeting today about doing a 3-city tour earlier today. So for next year.
I can so see that for sure.
Yeah. So it's building in the direction that I want it to, and I'm happy and I'm excited about it. And I'm ready to just bring that experience and what I have to offer to other markets, because I believe it's like you said, it's something that's wanted just by the response that I've gotten here in Texas and Dallas, you know. So yeah, I'm just ready to I enjoy it, and it's a turn on for me, because I am a dom and I get turned on from being dominant. And so being able to do it on this kind of a level, and even, you know, beyond this is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
You know? It's pretty cool.
That's super dope.
I love it. So can anybody ever dominate you?
It takes a certain kind of woman to be able to dominate me. My longest relationship was 6 years, and she was the first one to dominate me. I have restraints under my mattress that'll strap you to all 4 corners, and she strapped me down one day, and I learned about suffocation, and the way she suffocated me was she sat on my face. Yeah, she sat on my face, but she knew when to come up to give me air, but when to go back down to take the air from me. And over time, like, my body became weak because of the lack of oxygen, but that combined with how horny and turned on I was from having my face set on, it was like a super intense erotic high for me.
Isn't that called like autoerotic asphyxiation or something?
Asphyxiation, yeah. Yep. So that was when I first discovered that. But
that's like just similar to like girls who like to be choked while they're fucking.
Like to be choked, yeah. So and I always joke, but it's the truth. Like, I'm good at choking because I have big hands. I was a receiver. I played football, so I can, you know.
Well, I have a nice little neck over here. It's very tiny.
Oh yeah, I get halfway around it. But yeah, it showed me, like, okay, even though I'm dominant, I normally take the lead. There's a certain kind of woman that I can submit to. I mean, you probably would have to strap me down if that was the case. But once I got there, and once that sexual high kicked in and my body relaxed, and then I was just at her mercy, you know. So it was pretty cool. So
is that what you prefer in your personal relationships? You want to be the person dominated? You don't want to be the one doing the domination?
No, I dominate. I still that has only happened once. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that, like I said, it takes a certain type of woman to be able to dominate me, but I'm not opposed to it, but it just doesn't happen like that. I mean, having my face set on is a fetish, you know, so I get that done. I do that anyway, and during foreplay. But it hasn't been done to that extent to where it was like, okay, now I'm submitting because my body's getting weak and she's having her way with me. It hasn't happened like that since then. So
what is going on in Texas? God damn it.
Well, I've only been in Texas for 8 months. I just moved down here.
Excuse me?
I've only been in Texas 8 months. I just moved down here, so it's still time, you know, still early.
Where are you from?
I'm from Detroit.
Oh, Detroit. Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
Detroit, Michigan. Yeah.
Okay. You out there with the steppers.
Yeah, that wasn't me though. That wasn't my crowd.
He was like, yeah.
Wait, I have a question. This is like totally nothing to do with your book or anything. Do people still go to Belle Isle? That's the only thing I remember about Detroit. When I was little, we used to go to Belle Isle, and like the people would be wilding out in the
Yeah,
cars.
yeah. It's people still. I used to before I moved down here. Last couple summers, I rollerblade. So I would skate from my apartment down to the Belle Isle Bridge, skate up over the bridge, take a lap around Belle Isle, come back, and then take it to the crib. That was one of my routes.
My language.
That's for me like the epitome of like Will Smith, summertime. Like
Oh
I remember
yeah,
my
yeah.
big cousin.
Belle Isle is definitely good summer vibes, man. It's a beautiful part. It's a
Yeah,
beautiful
that's the only thing I
part
remember
in
about
Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, do you have
Shout
any?
out to Belle Isle.
Yes. Do you have any?
Right. Shout out to Detroit. 313, baby. You know.
313. That's all I know from
Mm-hmm.
8 Mile.
Detroit is also the home of techno, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I guess I owe all my raving days to fucking Detroit. What's up, Detroit?
Right, right. Movement is a huge festival we have in Detroit. The Techno Fest.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got a lot of festivals out here that you need to come find out. Check us out as well. Come to Vegas.
And she don't give a fuck. She just like bring your ass to Vegas. She don't give a fuck about anything you say.
Oh, listen, here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part. You guys are gonna trip. I haven't been to Vegas yet.
What?
I felt you.
What? Oh Lord. See, this is what you
Yeah.
do.
Cause I don't gamble. And forever I was like, I wasn't really pressed on coming to Vegas because I know, but as I got older, I learned like there's so many other awesome things in Vegas that I know I would love to do. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a Vegas trip. But then again, in Detroit, it's either everybody goes to Vegas or they go to Miami. So I don't like following the crowd. So when I hear everybody talking about something, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So that's why I was never really in a rush to come to Vegas. But now that I'm stepping more into the erotic world, that's like Vegas would be like my second home. With the erotica industry and everything there. So yeah, I definitely want to experience it. And get there
because these women will eat you up. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, get out there and get out there and spank some.
Yes, be ready.
Get out there and spank some cheeks.
They're ready. They're ready. I'm ready. Shit, I want to see this shit. I'm like, and then I just want to like.
And she said, "Fuck it, I'm ready."
Yeah,
you definitely have her. You definitely have her interested. She doesn't usually act like this with most guests. I'm actually surprised.
Oh yeah, well I'm honored.
It's in my world. Like I love it. Like what?
You got her all excited right now. I think we need to do a panty check right now. Are your panties okay?
Panty check.
What panties?
Check your panty liners.
What panties?
When JC talk about sliding the panties to the left, I was like, well, what panties does she have on? You ain't supposed to have on no panties.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I want you to go to my website. Did you read Reclaimed? The last one I posted?
If you posted it on your Facebook, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll send you the link for that one. You got to read that one.
Okay.
That one's wild. That one's
you
really
definitely
wild.
have to send us the link so we can repost it. Yes, so we can repost it with the show info. So
yeah.
Yeah,
I wrote that one specifically for my last show.
Events? What can we plug for you right now? What can we do?
That's
the Boa Experience. My next show is January 20th, Dallas, Texas, at the Red Room, Dallas, Red Room _ Dallas on Instagram, and then I'm Boa _ Erotica or the Boa Experience on Instagram, and the events page on my website is where you get the tickets anyway. So boaerotica.com on the events page. The tickets for the next show they'll be posted soon. Probably towards the end of the month. I'll have the link up for the January show.
And where can they buy your book?
Yes.
The book will be on Amazon, so just stay tuned to the website because there will be a purchase page on the website for the book, but it'll be out top of the year as well.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yep. And then my social medias again, Boa _ Erotica. That's the book and the main Instagram. And then of course, like I said, the website, boaerotica.com. And I have three shorts are on the website right now. Room Service Uncharitable and and Reclaimed, the latest one I wrote.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay, yes, I have to check that one out.
Yeah,
all right.
for
Well,
sure.
we thank you for being on the show. Me and Carlita, we're about to take a shot to this one because this was an episode.
I mean, definitely got us hot and bothered, and that's kind of hard to do. So cheers to you.
Cheers.
I appreciate it.
Drink?
I'm glad I was able to bring that energy out of you two.
Yes. Thanks for coming on the show. We'll talk to you later.
I just left the gym. I was already hot and sweaty. Now I'm really gonna have to take a shower.
Hey, it'll be a good shower. Y'all have a good one.
You as well. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Lord. Well, that was very erotic. That was a very hot topic, and I'm just glad.
That was super duper hot.
Because I was wanting to.
But you know where it's cold?
What?
You know where it's cold?
Alaska.
Close. It's cold in Russia. And you know who just got back from Russia?
Who got back from Russia? Oh, hell yeah. Fucking, it's Britney, bitches. Hey. What's her name?
Brittany Griner, that basketball star. She had like a vape pen. She was in Russia. First of all, why the fuck were you in Russia when you're fucking black and gay? I don't know. Stupid choice from the beginning.
Basketball, silly.
I don't give a fuck. I'd be like, y'all gonna have to play basketball over her. Anyways.
The girl dirty.
So she went over there and her dumb ass had a vape pen on her. Which, I mean, I get it. Like, Carlucci, I be smoking daily. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to Russia to go smoke, though, bruh. I might go to Russia to have some fucking vodka and caviar.
There's some people that just have to push the limits. I'm one of those people. Like, I'd be like, it's just a vape pen. It's not even the flower.
I mean, I feel it. But also, you can't fuck around like that in other countries. So what all happened? What all happened to your girl?
Oh, Brittany, she got released though. She got released, but they did us dirty because they sent out the Victor Goff dude, whatever his name is, Russian arms dealer. They sent him out onto the street. So I mean, if he's putting weapons in people's hands just to kill American citizens, we got a problem here. Like, why? I feel like it was like almost like a whole fucking setup. Like they were just waiting for somebody to slip or something. And this was.
I mean, here's the thing. Like the person they released, his nickname is the Merchant of Death. Like according to PBS, it says that in a deal announced on Thursday, it had Griner exchanged for the notorious arms dealer Victor Bout, who achieved the top goal for President Joe Biden. But basically saying that the United States had failed to win the freedom of another American, Paul Whelan, who had been jailed for nearly 4 years. So they were able to get Brittany Griner out, but they couldn't get this other dude out who seems like he probably deserved it a little bit more. It says that Biden's authorization to release Bout, the Russian felon, once nicknamed the Merchant of Death, underscored the heightened urgency that his administration faced to get Griner home, particularly after a recent resolution of her criminal case on drug charges and her subsequent transfer to a penal colony. So, I mean, I don't know. It says it goes on to say like that she's an Olympic gold medalist and, blah, 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 blah.
Dirty. Like, it's a vape pen. You gonna hold me for 7 to 10 years for a vape pen? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's just because I'm black. Why am I in Russia? Like you said, like sometimes I do wonder, like, why do artists or superstars in the athlete world even bother with some of these countries? But then at the end of the day, it's like, okay, obey the rules, but it's like, it's a hard place for a rebel.
I mean, I don't know. It's a hard exchange for me just because it's like she's a basketball player and like I get it, she's still an American, but like basically PBS said that in releasing Bout, the U.S. freed a former Soviet army lieutenant colonel whom the Justice Department once described as one of the world's most prolific arms dealers. So it's like we let somebody out who was so fucking horrible to get this bitch back that was kind of like mediocre. He was arrested in Thailand in 2008 and he was extradited to the U.S. in 2010. He was serving a 25-year sentence on charges that he conspired to sell tens of millions of dollars in weapons that U.S. officials said were going to be used against Americans. I mean, I don't know. Brittany Griner, were you worth it, bitch? You better fucking win some goddamn championships.
Yeah, it reminds me of that one movie where those girls went to, I think it was like Thailand, and she tried to cover for her.
That's one of my favorite movies. Yeah. That's called Broke Down Palace.
Yes.
Yes. That'll fucking teach your ass.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been to a lot of countries in the world, and about 90% of them, I brought drugs with me. Not fucking around in no Asian countries. When I went to Singapore, when I went to Bali, bitch, I was straighter than a tack.
Dang, that's crazy. I can imagine. That's you can't fuck around with these other countries. They've got their rules and they're super strict about it. Just get
you can't fuck with them, man. You can't even fuck with them. I wouldn't do it. Why? Is it worth it? Is it worth your freedom for that vape pen?
That part.
You couldn't have waited till you got back to Houston? I don't know. Anyways, people be acting crazy. You know why people would be acting crazy?
Oh.
Sometimes it's their sign. Sometimes it's their sign that makes them act crazy, and they can't even help it.
We ain't gonna keep saying it. That's great. I don't want to hear that shit. The Sagittarius is
in particularly, it's Saggy season, and y'all be acting crazy. I wanted to give you guys your horoscope for this week because I'm in Sagittarius season, and whatever season I'm in, that's who I shout out. So basically, it feels like maybe you guys have been raring to go. Maybe there's some personal project that you've had and you feel like this creative powerhouse within you. The sun is in your sign for another week, and this is adding to the fuel for your passions. But there might be a little monkey wrench hurled at you, so hold on tight. Wednesday of this upcoming week on the 14th, the sun sign is going to get the smackdown, and it's going to get plunged into Neptune and Pisces, which is going to totally fuck your whole shit up. So you're going to be like, make it make sense, and it's just not going to make sense. It's not, because it's in Pisces, and motherfucking Sagittarius, y'all cannot understand Pisces, okay? So just know that, and just take that time to just clear your mental bandwidth, because it's not going to make sense. So stop trying to figure it out and just accept it, okay, Saggies? Don't overreact. Don't be your fucking dramatic selves that you guys usually are. It's not fucking personal. It's just the universe. The universe does what it wants, okay? What else is going on for you guys? Just because this is going to be a trying season, don't trip. Like I said, you guys have been there 1,000 times, so just do less with the drama, do more with your attention, do more with your sympathy. Do more with that part of it, and that'll get you to more places. So the generous sun's instinct is almost to lend a hand, but at what cost? So if people are like throwing their hand out to you right now, it is the holiday season, but just be careful with what you do. If you're on the fence, then ask somebody what is going on. You got to be ready to ask those tough questions. If something is sus, don't fuck with it. You know what I mean? Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. And then lastly, it's gonna all come around. On Friday, everything is gonna go into a quarter moon in productivity, and the Virgo powers up your ambitious 10th house. It gives you an opportunity to rebalance the scales of effort and ease and dial back. So if going into holiday season, Sagittarius, you guys need to kick it like a cricket. Basically, give yourself a breath, recharge your batteries. It ain't gonna make sense, so just go with it. You got me?
Damn. Just go with the motherfucking flow.
Go with the motherfucking flow.
Speaking of going with the flow and it being Sagittarius season, y'all heard
you
had a baby girl.
What?
Yes, he is not ready. But anyway, yes, he had a baby girl, Sagittarius. It's out and cracking. But
what?
the flow, who's going with the flow is homegirl from City Girls that's dating him. She just kind of like, it is what it is, because they kind of got their little open relationship. So she's not tripping and all that he just had a baby. And
What?
everyone's like, well, who's the baby mama? Because we know it ain't City Girls, whatever her name is. And so they finally released who the who the baby mama is. You ain't gonna believe it.
Baby mama is.
Baby mama is she's a cyber security.
I thought you were gonna say she was a cyber hoe.
No, see, you have me putting up all these articles. But let's see. I just know it's a cyber. She's in charge of cybersecurity. So she's 38. She's very beautiful, and yeah, they're having a baby girl. Baby girl's name is Love. What is it? Love Sean Combs. Yeah, Love Sean Combs. That's cute. I love Love. I mean, Sean.
Love Sean Combs. Like,
Yeah.
as in, I love Sean Combs.
Yeah. But Love as his name. Yeah, I know.
Diddy, you made motherfuckers walk to go get cheesecake, and you're gonna come up with this weak ass name for your kid? Get the fuck out of here.
Having unique names as your baby is like what's in, like who can have the weirdest name. So it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I name my kids hella weird names. I'm all for that. I'm for the weird names, but that's like a weak weird one. That's not even a good weird one. Like, make it fucking cool weird, not fucking weird.
Yeah. So everybody was coming to Young Miami's defense. Tony Braxton, Tamar Braxton came to her defense and saying, they're just having fun and there's no commitment there, basically. So, because a lot of people are saying like, why are you still with him and he's over here fucking on other bitches? But some of these men out here are just on another level, So you just got to let it be, go with the flow, as you were saying, is up for Sagittarius season anyway. That part.
Hashtag that part.
Yeah. So he's gonna have a little Sagittarius girl. I hope he's ready. That's what.
So what the baby mama look like? What is she? What race is she?
Donna Tran is her name.
Donna Tran. So she's a little some type of Asian chick.
She is like, I don't even know, but okay. Like, I don't know if you could see her. She's pretty. Oh, fuck it.
Kind of.
Yeah. I mean, she's pretty.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's like an Asian chick. Okay.
I mean, she's mixed. She's something erotic of a nature.
Interesting.
Yeah. So she's gorgeous. So yeah. Has named her Loves. Yeah. Yep. She's got Asian in her for sure.
I'm like, is that as creative you could get though? Well, I mean, I don't know. I was going off of the last name Tran. That's what made me suspect that. But yeah. I'm just saying, like, that's as creative as a name as you could get. Was Love Sean Combs. It's like, shut the fuck. How narcissistic.
Yeah, he's probably one of those guys. He said, "Young Miami is no side bitch as Diddy welcomes baby with Donna Tran."
All right, I'm gonna have to Google Donna Tran and see what she looks like up and close and personal. Because I mean, if you're P Diddy's baby mama, basically, how many baby mamas does P Diddy have?
He's got 7 kids, but I'm thinking, I don't really know. I want to say 3, but I'm guessing. And it said right here in another article from New York Post that Diddy got cozy with influencer Shanta Joseph before announcing baby news. So it sounds like he pulling a Nick Cannon. he done seen Nick Cannon get all busy with all these beautiful bitches, and he's like, "That's what I'm gonna do." Guaranteed, like that. Watch.
Mm.
And these chicks.
Nick Cannon. Everybody's on Nick Cannon right now because they're trying to say he has too many kids by too many women. But does he take care of them?
How can you give your attention to that many kids? Like, and how can you be everywhere at one time? Like somebody was saying, what are you doing? Like, how many? You're going to everybody's house. Like, even so, you doing that? Yeah, you're taking care of them, but how much time can you possibly spend when you have that many kids in different places?
I'm suspecting he's not spending very much time. I'm suspecting he's just spending money.
And so, is that really being a great father at the end of the day? It's like you're not there. You're being raised by who? Just your mom, the father.
Right.
We know who he is. We know he takes care of y'all, but like he's never here. Like he's not here for the moment, the first time you say something or ask for something or do something. Like he's not there, you know. So,
right.
I don't know. To me, it's just like, are you being selfish by doing that part?
Probably, yeah. I mean, like you said, how can you possibly give all of your attention if you have 15 million kids? I don't know. Well, P. Diddy, I don't know how many kids you have, but I feel like it's a lot at this point. No, you need to probably calm down. And not for nothing, P. Diddy, if you're going to be out here making babies in this time and age, it's like you got to come up with better names than that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you a little thinking a little through. You should have like named her like
I'm gonna need you to get more creative on that one.
I would have named her Stardust Combs. How about that?
There you go. That I could have respected.
Oh God. Well, are you about ready to wrap up this fucking session, girl? We got so much more to talk about next time. I swear it's just got to be a conversation with you. I mean, why? Because I just want to let off. I don't need no back coming at me. I just need to let off for a minute, let my steam out, let my frustration out on some of the things that's been going down out here in this dating world. And just
that's what we're going to talk about. Our next episode, just to do a little teaser for everybody, we're going to be talking about dating and some tips and tricks and things you can do and frustrations and high points and low points and all that kind of good stuff. It's going to be a girls only episode. Of course, guys, y'all can listen or whatever, but this one's for the ladies. So I'm excited about that and I can't wait to get to it. So I guess sooner we end this show, the sooner we can get to our next show, right, Essie?
That part. And I also plan on having a special guest in the future. She's kind of like the erotic tattoo artist. I just gave her that title. She's a tattoo artist though, and she's a freak. So hey, erotic tattoo artist.
Hey.
So yeah, you guys stay tuned for our next episodes because it's definitely gonna be going down. We're gonna be talking shit. You guys might call it min bashing on the next show, but I'm really just trying to help you.
No, it's not going to be min bashing because on our next show we're also going to have the doctors, the doctor girlfriends, and they're going to come onto the show and they're going to talk to us about senior sex. They're going to talk to us about sex over 40 for women. They're going to give us all kinds of information. We can ask them all kinds of disgusting questions. I'm specifically saving a Google for them that I want to see the reaction to live. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good show. I can't wait.
I love it because, as women get older, or just in general, as people get older, they get hornier. So, hey, we definitely gotta find out. So, yeah, well, that about wraps it up for us here at Dirty Talk Vegas. It's been a pleasure talking with Adon Nasty. Adonis. Wind it back and get his information. He does have some hot stories and look for it on Amazon as well.
For sure.
Any final words you have to say, Boo, before we go?
No, I'm about to go cop one of those books and, maybe play bubblegum DJ later. So thanks so much for being on the show, Adonis, Body of Adonis, and Boa, whatever you want to go by. I appreciate you being on tonight, and I'm excited for our next show. Let's go. Until next time.
Safe, sex, and
Bye, guys.